Hello dear viewers, I'm Mac, and I analyze Kalesh Osman Season 5. Full analysis of every past episode and upcoming new episode. I am grateful to you for that, as you love it so much. So let's start today's video.
New characters and exciting new events in this series will also increase your interest. But the real interest in the season of Haria is the characters who are also of historical importance, and in this series also they are seen in the same form as they are told in the historical references. And there is no doubt that not only the heroes in the series but also the characters of the villains have made the series interesting. And now the characters of the opposite group are being shown. They are much stronger characters than in the past, and one of such characters is the name of Muhammad Bey. Here, Muhammad Bey is not only a historical character, but also the fearless son of a brave chieftain of the Turks. Sometimes his negative role is definitely shown in the series, but the fact cannot be denied that this spud of German Turks was also an example of bravery. We also know about the famous characters of history and their fate. And of these, the name that has so far impressed many viewers and given even the Mosses a tough time is the name of Muhammad Bey. And with that, we will also tell you what happened to the rivalry between Muhammad Bey and Orhan Bey. Historically, Yaqub had any children other than Muhammad Bey or not? By what popular nickname is Muhammad Bey called among the Turks, and why was he finally awarded with a specific nickname? And when was the first marriage between Uthman and the Jarmian tribe, and which state benefited more from this marriage, and how did the enmity between the two tribes finally end? Now, talking about Kalesh Osman series, it also shows historical events, and along with that some fictional situations are also shown. However, the series featured a spirited son of Muhammad Bey, Yahya, who understands this, that if the Turks have the right to establish a state after the Seljuk Empire, it is only his father Jacob and his tribe Jermian who had it. And after them this state should come to them in succession. That is why they consider the Ottoman state Osman Bey and his son Orhan Bey as their enemies. So the viewer almost comes across the same situation from reading the history. Because the enmity with Osman Bey first and then with Orhan Bey was inherited by Muhammad Bey from his father Yaqub. The first reason for this enmity was that Osman Bey's state, despite being small in size, did not accept the influence of the Jarmian tribe and did not accept their obedience. While the second reason for the enmity of the Jarmian tribe was that the number of warriors in the state of Rukbay of the Jarmian tribe was greater in resources and even in worship. In other words, it was bigger than Osman Bey's state in every respect. Ibn Fazlullah derived these circumstances from two Sahans, of which the name of the first Sahan is Haydar Orion and the name of the second Sahan is said to be Janwazli Balaban. And both of these Sahans claimed that the chief of the Jarmians was considered the greatest chief among the Turkish chiefs. According to Haydar Orion, the Jarmians had 4,000 horsemen, while according to Janwazli Balaban, the Jarmian tribe was capable of fielding 20,000 horsemen and millions of foot soldiers in the event of a war, while the Byzantine Empire also paid 100,000 dinars in taxes and valuables to Jacob Bey every year. So from here you can imagine what Yaqub Bey would consider a small state of Osman Bey along its borders. And exactly the same situation and this superiority of Yaqub Bey is also well shown in the Kilal series. However, in the Zangi of Yaqub Bey, their relationship continued with Osman Bey. And then when Yaqub Bey died, his son Muhammad Bey succeeded him, while Osman Ghazi died during the siege of Barsa in 1326. And the heirs of the Osmani kingdom, Orhan, were rapidly gaining conquests in the Byzantine territories, but here we will look at more historical facts and also tell you that whether there was any other son of Yaqub Bey apart from Muhammad Bey, if the viewers look at the history, Kütahya, which was the capital city of the Jarmians. So there is a tablet made of marble which dates back to 1363, and it is written that Muhammad Bey had another brother whose name is Musa. But this information is recorded on this letter, but apart from that, there is no mention of any other descendants of Yaqub Bey, due to which only one such testimony cannot be recognized as authentic. However, now we are talking about the title of Muhammad Bey, which was given to him by the Turks because Muhammad Bey obtained the position of chieftain of the Jamian tribe. So after that he got the title of Shahadan, and it is also said about the name Shahadan that it was Muhammad Bey's love name. If this name is translated into Urdu, it means a well full of success from which the earth is mired. So, as soon as he assumed the leadership of the Jamian clan, Muhammad Bey took back the territories of Kola and Angir through wars, which the Catalans had taken from the Jamians in the past. And Muhammad Bey ruled the Jamian state from 1300 to 1361, but during this time his relations with the Ottomans never improved. On the other hand, at the same time Orhan Ghazi was trying to expand his empire which he had inherited from Osman Bey. But it is also worth noting here for the audience that just as Yaqub never tried to take out a regular army against Osman Bey and come to the battlefield, so Muhammad Bey never had to do the same thing against Orhan Ghazi, so the chieftains of both states continued to focus on their own conquests. But there was never an attempt to improve relations between them, and the name of one of Muhammad Bey's sons is found in history, whose name was Suleiman Shah, and this was the person during whose reign the Germans were reconciled to the Ottomans. And he in such a way that after the death of Muhammad Bey, Suleiman Shah became the chief of the Jamians in 1361, and according to the Khazars of that period, his title was Shah Chalibi. And a historian, Sheikh Alu Mustafa, has written all the conditions of that period in his book Kurshinama, and the conditions of that period were such that Muhammad Bey's son Suleiman Shah was afraid of the state of Kerman on the one hand, and on the other hand, the rapidly expanding Ottoman Empire was blowing his nose, and he was trying to somehow save his German state. For this purpose, he wanted to marry his daughter Dawlat Khatun to Bayezd, the son of Ottoman Sultan Murad I. It should be remembered that Murad I was the son of Orhan Ghazi and Holafira and the grandson of Osman Ghazi. Murad I welcomed the offer of Suleiman Shah, because if this happened, the position of the Ottomans would be even stronger in Anatolia, so Sultan Murad I ordered the Qazi Muhammad Effendi of Bursa and his Begum and his Emir Sukdar Aga, and sent his Begum to Qatar to ask for the relationship of Dawlat Khatun. Sent a letter of reply to the Ottoman capital along with a tofu containing precious German atlas cloth and gold and silver wire cloth. It was decided to give the territories of Abrikos and Tatsami, and this decision proved that the Ottoman Empire had now gained superiority over the German Empire in terms of glory, plunder and oppression. And it was such a decision that is still debated today as to how and why Suleiman Shah finally gave the capital of the Jamians to the Ottomans in the form of a dowry, Qatar. However, this marriage took place in 1380, and Bayezd, who had not yet become Sultan at that time, was sent to take over the management of Qatar, while Suleiman Shah took up residence in the area of Kala and died there in 1387. And viewers, let us inform you here that according to historians, it is said that until 1390, most of the lands of the Germans had come under the influence of the Ottomans. But this did not happen easily, but behind it there was some conspiracy of the Germans, which backfired on them, and the Ottomans benefited from them. That Orhan Bey and Muhammad Bey participated together in a front against the Byzantines in the Kalal series, and both were taken prisoner.
Hope you liked today's video. Please subscribe my channel, like and share. See you in the next video. Bye bye.